has canceled $178,000 in subscriptions to Politico Pro. So this comes after the Trump administration revealed that the federal government paid over $8 million to Politico in subscription fees over the years. And this was part of this move from Elon Musk and DOGE to look at all of these agencies to see where the money has gone. I mean, they also found that money was going to Reuters. I mean, why is money from the federal government going to media operations? Tell us about the VA and the Politico subscriptions.
Well, I'd love to, remember, because this is the inherent part that is the unwritten secret up here in D.C. that nobody wants to talk about. It's the intertwining of newsletters and media that just get tangled up in agencies. And look, we're simply looking at it saying, as I go back to mission one is the veteran. How is the veteran served by $178,000 being spent on Politico Pro when if anybody in the VA wants to read Politico, there's a free newsletter that they can just put their email in and get it every day.
Yeah.
I'm for efficiency. So that $178,000 is going back to where it needs to be, and that is in our benefits and healthcare. But it goes back to a deeper sense, Maria, and that is the sense that it's a whole new, the Trump administration has brought in to a new perspective. What is the...
Okay, before he gets into that, this Politico subscription thing, I did a video on this. I think you did as well. 178,000 is nothing compared to a $356 billion budget, I think was last year for the VA. And so, but that does not discount the tenacity of just saving federal dollars. And there's not a single reason why the VA should have a subscription to Politico Pro. And essentially what that application is it scrapes the media and gives it to you. That's essentially what it is. I can't think of a single reason why even a VA public affairs officer, like that would be the person that would want that anyways. They still don't need it because what the DOD does, what the DOE does, energy and education, what Washington Post says has nothing to do with veterans at all, veteran care, veteran benefits whatsoever. So although it is a penny, like it's probably like a half a penny, to be honest with you, obviously I'm a fan of cutting the subscription because that's $178,000 per year. Who knows how long that subscription has lasted? And if they're anything like Netflix, they've probably increased the price anyways. That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, the federal government should not have any subscriptions to any media out there at all. Just none. They shouldn't use taxpayer dollars for that. Or if they do, they have to get a subscription from everybody to be unbiased, right? Yeah. When it comes to media, I think that the approach should be none. And the $178,000 is insignificant by itself. However, I equated it to this earlier. You in your own household, right? You have your Disney Plus, you have your Amazon Prime, you have your Netflix, you have this, you have that, you got some credit monitoring thing. Your wife or your spouse, your husband, whatever, signed up for something that they were supposed to cancel in 6 days. Otherwise, it starts getting charged. And you start multiplying those things. And guess what? That $3.95 and the $7.95 and the $9.99, they all start adding up. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, my God, it's a car payment going out in stupid things.
Yeah.
So even though it's small, multiply it by 100 because there's probably 100 stupid small contracts out there that nobody pays attention to, and they just write a check because it's small and just as part of the bills we pay. I don't know, somebody signed off on that 14 years ago, and we just keep footing the bill. When it's the size of an organization like this one, the VA, it is like nickels or pennies or whatever to us as an individual. How likely are you to notice the 37 cents coming out of your account? Not much. So it's important that we actually do dive deep, find all of these stupid little things and get rid of them. And next thing you know, you got, $5 $500 million in stupid little things that could be reinvested into the organization. Remember that the VA was all over the place with their budget last year, right? Where we ended up, we just to give just to give a quick little refresher, budget hearings, we're good. 2024, we look good. We don't need anything. If anything changes, we'll let you know. But we look solid. We've done all of our forecasting and we're good. About 4 months after that, oh, guess what? We're short like 16 billion with a B dollars. Oh my gosh, everybody's jumping through hoops. Congress is on recess. It's split between VBA and VHA. VBA is paying your benefits. There was fear that benefits weren't going to get paid out because of the shortfall, and VA said we're not going to be able to pay them if we're $1 short. Well, Congress jumped through hoops and got the funding to the VA, an extra $3 billion, I believe it was. And it turns out the VA was actually over, and they actually have a surplus on the VBA side, and they didn't need the money at all. Then they turn around and they go, oh, that $12 billion that we need for the VHA side? Well, it's not really 12, it's really like 6 billion. So they cut that by 50%. They kept that number as they rolled into December, January. And now here we are in February with, I'm assuming, I haven't seen anything on it, but I'm assuming that we are still $6 billion short on the VHA side. So it's just important to understand all of the different aspects that we're looking at as far as the budget is concerned, where we were and where we're going. So just to kind of keep all of that in mind as we're moving forward, trying to scrape and pick and pillage money from anywhere else that could be reinvested back into itself.